Welcome to the training session, Smooth Spaces, Engage Children, Routines for Cleaning, Organizing, and Resetting Learning Spaces. I'm excited to have you in this session as we explore practical strategies for maintaining clean, organized, and well-prepared learning spaces. These routines are essential, not just for hygiene and safety, but also for supporting children's engagement, learning, and independence. When classrooms are orderly, transitions run more smoothly and children know what to expect, which reduces stress for both children and staff. During this training session, we will cover routines for cleaning and sanitizing, organizing materials, resetting centers, and maintaining teacher areas. We will also discuss how to involve children in these routines in ways that are age appropriate and empowering. By the end of this session, you will have concrete strategies you can implement immediately in your classrooms. We will also touch on creating systems that make these routines sustainable and efficient. This isn't just about keeping things tidy. It's about creating spaces where children can thrive. This training session is made possible by the Kentucky Governor's Office of Early Childhood. Routines are more than just a schedule. They are the backbone of a functional and predictable classroom. When children know what to expect, they feel safe and confident, which is essential for their learning and social emotional growth. Predictable routines reduce stress for both children and staff because everyone understands what comes next and how the day flows. Consistent routines also support hygiene and safety, as cleaning and organizing happen regularly instead of only sporadically. Another benefit is that routines help children develop responsibility and independence. For example, if they know they are expected to return blocks to the correct bin after use, they start to take ownership of their environment. Organized routines also reduce conflicts, minimize downtime, and create more opportunities for engagement in learning activities. Routines can be beneficial during transitions, which are often the most chaotic times of the day. They also give staff more time to focus on teaching rather than constantly managing clutter or disruptions. Overall, routines create a positive, predictable environment that fosters children's development while supporting staff efficiency and well-being. Let's cover some key principles that should guide all cleaning and sanitizing routines. First and foremost, always follow your state or licensing regulations regarding cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing. These rules are designed to protect children and staff from illness. Next, use cleaning products and methods that are safe for young children. Some disinfectants can be too strong or hazardous in areas where children play. Having a structured schedule is also important. Routines work best when they are consistent and predictable. Daily, weekly, and monthly tasks should be clearly outlined so nothing gets overlooked. Accessibility is another key principle. Ensure that cleaning supplies, labeled bins, and organizational tools are readily accessible for staff to use. When staff know exactly what to do and how to do it, routines are more likely to be followed consistently. These principles are the foundation for a healthy and well-organized classroom. They help staff maintain a positive environment and ensure that children feel secure and cared for. Daily cleaning routines are essential for keeping your classroom safe and inviting. Start by wiping tables and other surfaces with child-safe disinfectants. This includes tabletops, counters, and any area where children eat or play. Toys and manipulatives should also be cleaned daily, especially those that are frequently touched or put in the mouth. Sweeping or vacuuming floors removes dust, crumbs, and other debris, which help prevent slips and keep the environment tidy. Emptying trash cans regularly is also important for reducing odors and maintaining hygiene. Daily cleaning doesn't have to be a stressful or overwhelming task if it is built into your routine. You might assign specific responsibilities to different staff members or rotate tasks throughout the day. Children can also participate in small ways. like returning materials to bins or wiping down surfaces with damp cloths under supervision. Maintaining daily cleaning routines sets the tone for the entire classroom, creating a predictable and safe environment. It also models good habits for children, helping them understand the importance of caring for their surroundings. In addition to daily cleaning, weekly routines help maintain a higher level of hygiene and organization. Deep cleaning shelves and cubbies ensures that dust and dirt do not accumulate, which keeps materials clean and ready for use. Soft toys, pillows, and fabric items should be washed and sanitized to reduce the spread of germs. High-touch areas such as doorknobs, light switches, and shared equipment require extra attention and regular disinfection. Weekly cleaning is also a good time to inspect and rotate materials. Make sure toys, puzzles, and manipulatives are complete, safe, and ready for children. Rotating materials helps keep centers fresh and engaging, which encourages children to explore new activities. Weekly routines also help staff notice potential maintenance issues before they become problems. These practices support a clean, safe, and stimulating classroom that benefits everyone involved. Consistency is key, and setting aside dedicated time each week for these tasks ensures they are not overlooked. Weekly cleaning reinforces the message that the classroom is a shared space that requires attention and care. Organizing your classroom is not just about making it look tidy. It directly affects how children learn and interact. Start by defining learning centers clearly so children know where to go for specific activities. Labels on shelves and bins, whether with words, pictures, or symbols, help children identify where materials belong, supporting their independence. Materials should be accessible at child height, allowing children to retrieve and return items safely. Furniture and equipment should be arranged to create clear pathways and prevent congestion. Safety is always a priority. Ensure that heavy items are stored at a low level and that all materials are in good condition. Logical organization reduces frustration for both children and staff and increases engagement. Rotating materials regularly keeps centers interesting and maintains curiosity. When centers are thoughtfully organized, children can focus on learning rather than searching for materials. Accessible and well-labeled spaces also empower children to take responsibility for their environment. Overall, organized classrooms create a smooth flow that benefits teaching and learning throughout the day. Organized learning spaces have a direct impact on children's experiences and engagement. When children can easily access materials, they develop independence and make choices that support their interests. This autonomy encourages exploration, problem solving, and creativity. Organized spaces reduce frustration because children don't waste time searching for materials or dealing with clutter. It also prevents conflicts over missing or misplaced items. An orderly classroom helps children focus on learning rather than distractions. Staff benefit too, because they can easily locate resources and manage the day more efficiently. The organization supports smooth transitions between activities, which is especially important in early childhood settings. Well-maintained spaces convey to children that their environment is cared for, which fosters respect for materials and routines. A predictable and organized classroom also sets clear expectations for behavior and responsibility. It creates a calm, inviting atmosphere where children feel safe to explore. In short, organization is not just about aesthetics. It's an essential component of effective teaching and learning. Resetting centers is a critical routine that ensures activities are ready for the next group of children. When materials are returned to their proper places and centers are organized, transitions between activities are smoother and faster. This reduces downtime, allowing children to maximize their learning opportunities. Resetting also reduces conflicts as children are more likely to find materials in the correct place and understand expectations. Involving children in this process reinforces responsibility and ownership of their environment. When centers are consistently reset, it provides a predictable routine that children can rely on. It also helps staff maintain control over materials and ensure safety standards are met. Resetting is not just a chore, it's an important teaching moment. It teaches children about teamwork. Consistently applying this routine contributes to a positive classroom culture where children and staff feel supported and prepared. Over time, children internalize these expectations, making the classroom to become more independent and self-regulating. A well-maintained center is inviting and engaging, which encourages curiosity and exploration. Finally, it helps staff plan lessons and activities without worrying about missing or damaged materials. Resetting centers follows a simple but consistent sequence. First, remove all the materials used and assess the area. This allows you to clean surfaces and check for any spills or hazards. Next, inspect items for damage or missing pieces, which is essential for safety and ensuring activities are complete. Rotate materials if needed to maintain engagement or to highlight new learning opportunities. Return all items to their designated spots using labels and visual cues to guide children. Always encourage children to assist with age-appropriate tasks such as sorting blocks or wiping surfaces. Consistency in these steps ensure that centers are always ready for use and that transitions will be smooth. Document any missing or broken items so replacements can be ordered. Over time, children will internalize these expectations and participate more independently. Resetting is not just about tidying, it's about maintaining a functional, engaging, and safe learning environment. Well-maintained centers encourage exploration and reduce frustration. Staff will find it easier to plan when materials are always ready. Ultimately, following these steps creates a classroom culture of responsibility and care. Engaging children in resetting centers is a valuable teaching opportunity. Assign simple roles such as wiping tables, sorting toys, or arranging books, so children feel involved and take on a sense of responsibility. Turn cleanup into a game or a time challenge to make it fun and engaging. Praise children for their participation and effort rather than perfection. This encourages confidence and motivation. Encourage problem solving when materials are misplaced or when multiple children want to use the same items. This develops social skills, communication, and teamwork. Involving children also teaches the value of cooperation and respect for shared spaces. Routines that include children reinforce consistency and independence. By participating in resetting, children learn organizational skills and develop a sense of pride in their classroom. Staff can guide and model behaviors during these routines. Using songs or chants can make cleanup a predictable and enjoyable experience. Over time, children internalize expectations and can manage these tasks on their own. Including children in this way makes the classroom a collaborative and supportive learning environment. Smooth transitions are vital for maintaining engagement and minimizing stress. Preparing materials ahead of time ensures that the next activity can begin without delay. Give children warnings such as a 5-minute heads up so they can finish what they are doing and prepare for the change. Visual cues such as a visual schedule and auditory cues like a cleanup song help children understand what is coming next. Maintaining consistent routines reinforces predictability, which children find reassuring. Smooth transitions reduce behavioral challenges because children know what is expected. Staff can model calm and organized behavior during transitions to set a positive example. Timing transitions appropriately also helps the day flow smoothly and prevents frustration. Encourage children to help set up the next activity to build responsibility and engagement. Clear routines reduce conflicts over materials and space. When transitions are smooth, children spend more time actively engaged in meaningful learning. Over time, consistent routines create a classroom culture of independence, respect, and collaboration. Planning and preparation are the keys to successful transitions. There are many strategies that make transitions smoother and more engaging for children. Cleanup songs or chants provide a predictable auditory cue that signals it is time to shift activities. Countdown timers can help children anticipate when an activity will end. Visual schedules remind children of the daily flow and reduce anxiety about what comes next. Assigning a helper of the day encourages leadership and responsibility. You can also combine strategies to maximize effectiveness. Children often respond positively to routines that include music, visuals, and peer involvement. Modeling the transition and giving clear directions helps children understand the expectations. Praising children for following the routine reinforces positive behavior. Transition strategies also help reduce arguments over materials or space. Consistency in applying these strategies builds predictability and security. Well-managed transitions create more time for meaningful learning activities. Engaging children actively in the process strengthens classroom relationships. With practice, children become more independent and confident during transitions. Engagement is directly related to how materials are organized in the classroom. Rotating materials regularly keeps centers fresh and encourages children's curiosity. Keeping centers visually inviting draws children's attention and encourages participation. Materials should be grouped logically, such as sorting puzzles by theme or manipulatives by type, to make them easy to access and use. Highlighting new or special items sparks interest and introduces new learning opportunities. Organization reduces frustration and allows children to focus on exploration and play. Clear labeling and accessible storage support independence and responsibility. Changing the arrangement periodically can renew interest without overwhelming children. Staff can observe which materials are most engaging and adjust rotations accordingly. A well-organized environment supports developmental learning in multiple domains. Children feel a sense of accomplishment when they can find and return items independently. Inviting spaces encourage experimentation, problem solving, and creative play. Overall, organization is a tool to maximize engagement and learning throughout the day. Using a checklist can help staff maintain consistency in cleaning and organizing routines. Include daily, weekly, and monthly tasks to ensure nothing is overlooked. Daily tasks might include wiping tables, sanitizing toys, and sweeping floors. Weekly tasks could involve washing soft items, disinfecting high-touch surfaces, and deep cleaning shelves. Monthly tasks could include reviewing lesson materials, rotating centers, or replacing worn-out items. Inspect all materials during each cleaning to check for safety and completeness. Use labels in designated storage areas to help both staff and children know where things belong. Scheduling rotations keeps centers fresh and engaging. Checklists also serve as a communication tool among staff, ensuring everyone knows their responsibilities. Consistent use of a checklist reduces stress and improves efficiency. It also ensures a safe learning environment. It also models organization for children who can learn to follow simple routines. Over time, checklists become a part of the daily rhythm, creating a smooth running classroom. This system helps staff plan and maintain high standards of cleanliness and organization consistently. High traffic areas such as entrances, block centers, or art areas need extra attention to maintain safety and flow. Keeping pathways clear reduces the risk of trips and accidents, allowing children and staff to move freely. Providing sufficient materials ensures that multiple children can engage simultaneously without conflict. Place cleaning supplies nearby so that spills or messes can be addressed immediately. Rotating high-use items frequently helps maintain interest and prevents wear on materials. Observing how children move through these areas can inform rearrangements to improve safety and accessibility. You may also need to assign staff to monitor these areas during peak activity times. Involving children in keeping these spaces tidy can help build their sense of responsibility. High traffic areas can serve as hubs of learning if they are well organized and well maintained. Encourage children to return materials to their designated spots after use. Use clear labeling and visual cues. Regular monitoring and adjustment of these spaces prevents congestion and frustration. By proactively managing these areas, you create a safer, more engaging learning environment for everyone. Overall, careful attention to high traffic areas supports smooth transitions and maximizes learning time. Sanitation is an essential part of maintaining a healthy classroom. Always use child-safe disinfectants that are specifically approved for use in early childhood environments. Follow recommended contact times for cleaning products to ensure they are effective against germs. Wearing gloves during certain cleaning tasks protects hands from strong chemicals or contaminated surfaces. Proper ventilation is important when using cleaning products to reduce exposure to fumes. Focus on high-touch surfaces such as tables, door handles, light switches, and shared equipment. Sanitize toys and manipulatives regularly, especially those that are frequently mouthed or handled. Implement consistent routines for cleaning before, during, and after activities. Educate children about hygiene in age-appropriate ways, such as teaching them to wash their hands before and after meals. Keeping the environment clean prevents the spread of illness and ensures the safety of children and staff. Consistency and attention to detail in sanitation practices create a healthy, safe, and inviting environment. These routines also model positive hygiene habits for children. Overall, sanitation supports learning by reducing distractions caused by illness or unsafe conditions. Teacher areas and counters are often overlooked, but they play a critical role in classroom efficiency and professionalism. Clutter-free work surfaces allow staff to find materials quickly and reduce stress. Organize lesson plans, forms, and supplies using labeled bins or drawers so everything has a designated place. Regularly sanitize counters, phones, keyboards, and shared equipment to maintain hygiene. Maintaining these areas models organizational and cleanliness habits for children. A well-organized teacher space allows for smoother planning, documentation, and communication. Children observe how adults care for their own spaces, which encourages them to adopt similar behaviors. Keep frequently used items within reach and store rarely used items out of the way. Regularly declutter and review these areas to maintain functionality. An organized teacher area also ensures compliance with licensing and safety standards. Collaboration among staff is easier when teacher areas are orderly. Clean and organized spaces reduce distractions, allowing teachers to focus on instruction. Overall, teacher areas should reflect the same attention to detail and routine as the children's learning spaces. And manipulatives require consistent cleaning to maintain safety and hygiene. Frequently used items should be cleaned daily, especially those that children put in their mouths or handle frequently. Weekly rotation of materials keeps centers fresh and prevents boredom. Store toys in labeled bins to make it easy for children to find and return items. Teaching children how to care for their toys supports the development of responsibility and respect for materials. Rotating materials can also be aligned with current themes or learning objectives. High-quality organization reduces stress and ensures that learning time is not wasted searching for missing items. Cleaning and rotation routines also minimize the spread of germs. Involving children in sorting or wiping toys can be an engaging way to build life skills. Maintaining toys and manipulatives is crucial for creating a safe, inviting, and stimulating classroom environment. Over time, these routines become part of the daily rhythm and support a positive learning environment. Art centers are often messy, but structured routines can manage the chaos effectively. Wash brushes, palettes, and other tools after each use to prevent contamination and ensure quality. Store paints, crayons, and other materials in labeled containers for easy access. Wipe down chairs, tables, and floors to maintain cleanliness and prevent slips. Reset the art center for the next day, ensuring all materials are ready and inviting. Encourage children to assist with appropriate age tasks, such as sorting crayons. Use songs or timers to guide cleanup and make it a fun activity. Rotating art materials provides variety and can maintain an interest. Check for damage or missing art supplies on a regular basis. Staff should model proper care and cleanup of these materials. Maintaining the art center contributes to a safe, efficient, and positive learning environment. It also demonstrates to children that cleaning up is an important part of the creative process. Overall, consistent routines in the art center maximize engagement and learning. Sensory tables are a favorite for young children, but they need daily attention to remain safe and inviting. Empty and clean trays at the end of each day, sanitizing surfaces to prevent the spread of germs. Rotate sensory materials to maintain interest and support exploration. Always check for safety hazards and store sensory materials in labeled bins for easy access and organization. Consistent routines prevent odors, contamination, and any frustration. Encourage children to follow instructions during cleanup. Inspect the trays and materials regularly to ensure they are complete and in good condition. Well-maintained sensory tables promote engagement, creativity, and hands-on learning. Overall, consistent routines make the sensory table a safe and stimulating learning experience. Blocks are a staple in early childhood classrooms, and organizing them properly enhances learning. Start by sorting blocks by type, size, or color, and count them to ensure sets are complete. Inspect blocks regularly for cracks or damage that could pose safety risks. Reset blocks neatly by type and size so children can find what they need independently. Organized blocks reduce frustration and increase play and engagement. Clear labeling or visual cues support independent use. Clean and organized block areas allow children to focus on building, problem solving, and imaginative play. Over time, these routines become part of the classroom rhythm, supporting responsibility and smooth transitions. Dramatic play centers are fun and engaging, but they require careful routines to stay safe and organized. Check dress-up clothes, props, and accessories regularly for safety hazards such as loose buttons or broken items. Rotate props to keep the center interesting and relevant to themes or children's interests. It's important to store materials neatly in labeled bins or hanging so children can find and return items independently. Keeping the center organized minimizes frustration and maximizes creative play. A clean and organized dramatic play center supports imagination, social skills, and cooperative play. Overall, routines in dramatic play contribute to safe, engaging, and functional classroom. Even quiet centers like reading areas need consistent care. Check books regularly for torn pages, missing pieces, or other damage. Organize books by theme, topic, or reading level so children can independently find materials that interest them. Rotate books periodically to highlight new or seasonal materials and maintain engagement. Encourage children to return books to their designated place after use, demonstrating respect for those materials. Clean and organized reading centers support literacy development and independent exploration. Staff can read with children to model proper handling and enjoyment of books. Rotating materials also keeps children curious and excited to explore. A well-maintained reading center is an inviting and supportive space for learning. Outdoor learning spaces are an extension of the classroom and require their own routines. Sweep or hose down areas to remove dirt, leaves, or debris that could cause accidents. Inspect playground equipment regularly for wear, damage, or safety hazards. Sanitize shared toys, balls, and other equipment used outside. Outdoor areas are often high traffic, so maintaining organization and cleanliness is essential. Staff should model proper use and cleanup of outdoor equipment. Teaching children to respect outdoor space fosters responsibility and environmental awareness. Well-maintained outdoor spaces provide opportunities for gross motor development, exploration, and active play. Consistent routines outdoors mirror the expectations of the indoor classroom, supporting structure and engagement. Collaboration among staff is critical to maintaining a clean, organized, and functional classroom. Communicate expectations clearly so everyone understands their responsibilities. You can rotate cleaning and reset tasks among staff to ensure fairness and variety. Encourage the sharing of tips, strategies, and effective routines to support one another. Collaboration ensures that no single staff member feels overwhelmed with responsibilities. Regular meetings or check-ins can help identify challenges and solutions. Working together creates a supportive environment where staff feel valued and empowered. Staff modeling cooperation also demonstrates teamwork and respect to children. Discussing routines allows for adjustments to meet the needs of both children and staff. When everyone is aligned, classrooms are safer, cleaner, and more engaging. Collaboration promotes consistency, which benefits children's development and learning. Recognizing efforts and successes fosters positive morale and motivation. A unified team approach is key to maintaining a smooth-running, high-quality classroom. Consistent routines for cleaning, sanitizing, organizing, and resetting learning spaces are essential for creating safe, engaging, and developmentally appropriate classrooms. Organized spaces promote independence, responsibility, and learning opportunities for children. Children can participate in age-appropriate cleaning and resetting tasks, which teach them important life skills. Staff collaboration, clear communication, and shared responsibilities make routines effective and sustainable. Daily, weekly, and monthly tasks help maintain cleanliness, safety, and engagement. Predictable routines and organized materials support smooth transitions. High traffic areas, centers, and teaching spaces all require thoughtful attention to ensure functionality. Regular inspection and rotation of materials maintain children's interest and ensure safety. Celebrating successes and modeling proper behavior reinforces routines for both staff and children. Problem solving and flexibility help address challenges when they arise. Remember, routines are not just about tidiness. They support learning, engagement, and a positive classroom culture. When children and staff know what to expect, everyone feels secure, supported, and ready to thrive. Consistency, collaboration, and careful planning are the keys to creating a classroom where children can fully engage and learn. By implementing these strategies, your classroom can become a well-organized, safe, and inviting environment every day.